Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. It's Thursday. It's Korner's Pregame.
And every single night when we down with corn fight, he'd invite the neighbours out with this chorus. Come on, shiver like a hands, come on and find me like a man. Show your wife how you want me to start the Flanders. I'll be ready, make you run like Halloween. From the green and lovely lanes up to the shambles. Come down, you salute, now let's do fight you. Like Zulus, they had spears upon our roads. Over you place the one up to 16 on the gun. And you put left and dips to the marrow. Come out and shiver like a tan. Come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRA made you run like hell away.
Hey, I feel like I have not officially said this. I've tiptoed around it. Hey, will you marry me?
Do I have to answer now?
No, you have time. You can think about it. You can think about a way to say no without hurting my feelings if you want.
Oh my
Lovely.
God.
I'll send you a letter.
Just don't even.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it's just me right now. I'm going solo to start the show because, why not? It's Korner Pregame. It's Thursday. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all you people around there. I forgot to grab beer. That's going to be a problem. I have beer in the room next door. I just did not grab it yet. So got a little bit Guinness Extra Stout here. And, if you're not wearing green today, what are you doing? But it is actually also my birthday as well. So I turned the ripe old age of 27 today. This amazing show is, of course, brought to you by the amazing people at YeatsOfficial.com. If you want a pair of sunglasses like these, these are my favorite. I'm actually going to get another pair, actually. I think as a little birthday gift to myself. I'm going to see if Yeats will just send me a pair for free since I plug their shit so much. But listen, durable. I've worn these to Darties. I've worn these to the beach. I've worn these to grad parties. I've worn these while working outside. Not these ones specifically. I have another pair. But they're durable. They don't get beat up. They don't scratch easy. They're $40. They're polarized. You can't beat it. Honestly, it's a great value. I have a ton of sunglasses, right? So my mom used to work at a sunglasses shop. So Oakley, Smiths, Ray-Bans, I got a lot of them because I used to get them for cheap or for free or whatever as gifts or anything. So I know good sunglasses. Honestly, style-wise, value, durability, you can't beat Yeats, man. They are the best. And honestly, listen, you want to pay $180 for a pair of freaking Pit Vipers? Be my guest, man. You look like a chump doing that and paying $180. But listen, $40 for this, $40 for... Check out their styles, man. You can't beat it. But yeah, YeatsOfficial.com. Promo code CornerBrew, 10% off. Oh, man. March Madness this year so far has been great. 2 upsets already. You had Michigan taking out Colorado. The noon game. Shout out to my boss, Dan, for putting it on the customer's house while we were working. It was great, man. I appreciate it. It's the first time I worked on my birthday in, 10 years, and I still enjoyed it. So, you know what? Top of that, I just watched my Tar Heels thump Marquette, which was great. Nice little birthday present from the boys in Carolina Blue. And if you haven't been watching, Gonzaga got pissed off and just curb stomped Georgia State in the second half. I believe they're up by 24 last time I checked before I shut my TV off. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all stopping by, obviously. Kevin will be here soon. We may have a couple surprise guests as well. You don't know. It's a surprise. It's St. Patrick's Day. A lot of Guinness will be flown and everything else. But there is also a rumor going around. This is breaking news, courtesy of, I believe, Adam Scheffner, if not Rappaport. Deshaun Watson is expected to waive his no-trade clause for the Atlanta Falcons. Okay. Listen, it makes sense to me. I of course want to get confirmation on this. I just saw this get texted by somebody. But Deshaun Watson now makes Atlanta contenders. The problem is I'm worried about with Atlanta. Their entire receiving core is all practice squad guys. So I don't know if Watson's going to go recruit I mean, Allen Robinson is signed with LA this morning, so who's left at receiver? Odell? I mean, Odell at Atlanta would be kind of nice, actually. But Ridley's out for the season. I mean, the running backs ain't great. And joining me now, live in his most Southie look I've ever seen, my good friends, arguably probably one of my best friends in the chugging a beer, Kevin Langley. Kevin, buddy, how are you?
I'm good. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Did you put your computer through a TV yet?
No, it reset my fucking permissions, and then
mine did too today. Actually, I just noticed that mine did too.
And then though, when I went to open my permissions, something had access to my camera and microphone that I've never heard of before. I did not download it, so I don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, I don't know either. It tried to give me the same thing about my microphone, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Concerning.
Well, Apple has never been known for not making sketchy decisions with people's technology, so we'll just ignore that one and let that sit there. Yeah, Kev, did you see that Deshaun Watson who just popped off like 10 seconds ago?
Is it that he's probably going to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend texted me about that.
Yeah, I got a text too. Not from, I don't think it's the same friend as you, but
it's not.
Yeah, I know. I got a text from a buddy of mine who I used to work with at Marie's, and they're like, "Dude, you see this Watson news?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm checking sources. I want to make sure it's legit before I say it on the air." But that's the rumor, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the Browns fucked themselves, which I think is kind of funny. It's the most Browns thing ever.
Yeah, I think 2020 was the year of what the F, because the Browns made the playoffs and got a playoff win, but now they're screwing themselves over going forward.
Yeah, unloading Baker now and talking shit about him to the media, saying we want an adult at quarterback and all that shit. Like, it's the most Browns thing ever. Like, I'm not saying Baker's the best quarterback in the world. I'm not saying he's the most mature quarterback in the world. However, he fucking led you to the playoffs for the first time in God knows how long. He just played an entire season with a fucked up shoulder. I don't get why they suddenly have an issue with how he acts.
Because Andrew Berry, for about 35 seconds, thought he was getting Deshaun Watson, and he overstepped his bounds.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous. It's so stupid. Also, Baker's like the only quarterback in history, or not in history, but since the Browns returned to Cleveland, that has said while getting drafted, like, I'm excited, I want to be in Cleveland.
I think Ken Dorsey did too, but that turned out bad after year 2.
Yeah, I mean, how long was Ken Dorsey? How long ago was Ken Dorsey, though?
That was the last playoff winner appearance. That was 2002?
Yeah.
2002? Yeah. It was right after he won the national title at Miami. So
plus also it wasn't 2002, and it was he was traded there. He didn't even have an option.
True.
And he was traded there after not doing shit in San Francisco.
Well, then again, San Francisco post Steve Young was just Besides the 2 years they had Jeff Garcia, that they were actually decent.
They were okay, and then Smith came and they were pretty good again, but
Did Dorsey
even start in Cleveland?
I don't know. I thought he did.
No, because they drafted Brady Quinn his second year there.
Okay, so maybe I'm flipping stuff in my head right now.
Because Ken Dorsey was not a good NFL quarterback.
Oh no, he wasn't. Like my boss was making a joke with me the other day. He goes, because we were talking about draft picks next year for college quarterbacks. And of course, I brought up, CJ Stroud, Tyler Van Dyke. Not Tyler Van Dyke. Yes, Tyler Van Dyke, but I said Bryce Young first. And he says, isn't that Miami kid coming out? I'm like, they're saying he's going to come out, but I think he'll stay for 3 years unless he has like a Heisman season next year. But he goes, what was the last Miami quarterback to get him? Like Jim Kelly. And he just starts laughing. I'm like, that's the only one I can think of it's been good in the pros.
Yeah, I mean, Miami's not exactly a quarterback factory, but they don't really have a reputation of being one, so I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with it. I have an issue with places like USC being called a quarterback factory.
Yeah, didn't we had this whole conversation back in like
Because it still
November.
pisses me off.
I know. Well, I mean, listen, like you guys at the Crimson Tide don't brag about being a quarterback factory yet. Now you have 3 starters, so it's looking up. But listen, before that, besides Joe Namath, am I wrong? I mean, you guys didn't brag about it though. You guys produced linemen, D linemen, corners, safeties,
Running backs,
yeah, especially.
But besides, so here's my issue with that. Besides Joe Namath, first off, you have Kenny Stabler, so that's a kind of big one, who should have been in the Hall of Fame way before he was. But
also true.
We didn't have high draft picks. People like saying, "Oh, Alabama just produces busts at quarterback." Fucking our last before Hurts, our quarterbacks went. Coker's either 7th round pick or undrafted. Blake Sims went undrafted. AJ McCarron went in the 5th round. Greg McElroy went in the 7th, I think. Brody Croyle went in the 3rd. So we're not producing guys. Like, we cannot produce busts because we don't have guys getting drafted that high. Oh, and if Alabama quarterbacks don't work out in the NFL. Yeah, that's why they're fucking taken in the 4th round. Why aren't we talking about LSU and Jamarcus Russell?
Yeah, that one. That's
Jamarcus Russell, in that argument, Jamarcus Russell is always on his own. Oh, Jamarcus Russell's bad. It's not an LSU thing. It's a Jamarcus Russell thing. So I don't get why A.J. McCarron going in the 5th round, that's on Alabama. That's an Alabama thing, why he hasn't worked out in the NFL.
Yeah, but, if it's Jamarcus Russell, it's a work ethic thing. It's not an LSU. It's a narrative thing, Kevin. You know how it is. They do the same thing with when the media tried to spin that Rodgers wanted to be the highest paid guy, and they debunked that in 2 hours. I'm not even the biggest Rodgers guy to begin with. And I was like, oh, well, when McAfee gets the text directly from Aaron that he did not demand this, but, you have 2 guys spinning it like it is. It's, NFL media has always kind of had this little shtick where they play favorites. Come on. I see you think about, I see you think about Florio today. He was on PMT yesterday, and he was talking about how, his whole book, I guess it's called Playmakers or something like that. I mean, I probably won't buy it, but I mean, it sounds interesting. They talk about how Deflategate was a whole load of shit. And we all knew it, but the media was trying to sell it to us like it was. Like, he even calls out Troy Vincent, Eagles legend, not NFL Hall of Famer, but Eagles legend, for being the anonymous source that Mortensen got to say, oh yeah, all these balls are messed up. They're all messed up. And it's just stupid. It's the NFL tries to cover their ass. They're the best at it in the damn world, but we know it. It's just they get away with it.
I would say the NBA is a little better at it.
Yeah,
because they regularly fix games.
Oh, totally. Even though watching LeBron get thumped by my Timberwolves last night was just poetry. Watching Pat Beverly and Towns just mock and rip Russell Westbrook, which is kind of sad, actually. But listen, Pat Bev's my guy. Somebody texted me about him last night, like, hey, you love Pat Beverly? I'm like, bro, listen. He is everything I thought Jimmy Butler was going to be, but now Towns actually is showing some backbone and, dropping 60 points. So,
Yeah, I don't think it's a Jimmy Butler issue, though. I think that's a cat maturing thing.
Definitely. And also, I think Wiggins just needed to go to a nice, loving environment like Golden State.
Fair, where he didn't have any expectations.
Yeah, exactly. He has the bus label slapped on him already. Dude, did you watch any of the game? I know you've been working all day. I have 2. Dan had the games on his phone, so I was checking scores while I was working. But did you watch any of the games today?
No, I was tracking them on my phone.
I mean, that's what I was doing for most of it. I got an update from DraftKings like, hey, your parlay that could pay out almost X amount of dollars is going to be whatever. I don't remember what word they use, but you have 5 minutes to sign off on this deal that's in your what's the opposite of it's like inbox or whatever. But they were like, I had to log on, take my mask down, sign in through DraftKings, and sent my bet through with 5 minutes to go because I think I had one game for the noon slot. But I was like, that's hysterical to me. I'm kind of looking forward to see if I can make a little money. I did put money on Duke to get upset, but don't judge me for that.
Dude, I picked Norfolk State to beat Baylor in my bracket.
Well, then again, Kevin, I think you just worship chaos. So,
yeah, I'm 5-3, and if I think one of them I just wasn't thinking picking Boise over Memphis. That was a dumb pick. I will admit that. Norfolk over Baylor was for the memes, and then Iowa over Richmond was something I should have seen coming because it's fucking Iowa. But
Oh yeah.
and then I have my all upsets bracket, which is I'm 3-5 in that one.
Not bad. Yeah, I missed on Iowa and I'm pissed. I wanted Longwood State. I wanted Longwood to win so bad just for the Oral Roberts type jokes.
Fair.
Yeah, Baylor. Anybody actually thought Baylor was gonna lose? I know you did it for the memes, obviously, but like, I know Baylor's got injury problems right now, but like, let's wait until next week when they have next round when they have to play a team like UNC, who just mercilessly thumped Marquette. Or like when they play some like 4 or 5 seed in 2 rounds, that's when the injuries are gonna really hurt them. Listen. I only claim the Tar Heels for one sport. Everyone who knows me knows this. It was kind of nice watching them just kick the shit out of Marquette.
And
That
it's your
game
birthday,
looked.
so I'm not going to shit on you for it.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate that. Listen, grandfathered in, honestly. If it wasn't for like all my great childhood memories of watching UNC basketball when I was a kid, they would have been out. But, you know, I was, as a kid, I got to watch them win in 04, or it was 05, 08, and 17, which was just all 3 titles were awesome.
All right, you picked to watch them win those years.
No, I watched them every single damn year. It's just I got lucky they won those titles.
Yeah, no, that's not what it's. I'm saying like
Yeah.
you got to like. It's not like your entire family's UNC fans. Like you picked them and then watched them win.
Yeah, no, my first year as a UNC fan was 02. I think they were a first or second round exit that year. That was the first year I watched college ball because someone was like, "Don't you watch You kind of like, no, I like his jersey. It was my buddy Nate, and he had a Vince Carter North Carolina jersey on. So I was like, I like that because I loved Vince Carter. So
Fair.
But yeah, no. So like, and we all know the story about college football and how I had no team until I was like 21. But you know, either way, actually 20. Sorry, but yeah, no. Michigan beating Colorado State. Anybody actually thought Michigan was gonna take? I was trying to tell. I think it was my boss or somebody yesterday was like trying to say like, how could you pick Michigan in your bracket? I'm like, because it's Michigan, and the reason they fell so far is because they literally got like the whole Juwan Howard thing. Screw up their vibe they had, their entire flow they had for that entire part of the back end of the season. Yes, they're inconsistent, but they're also a top 10 like program when it comes to just recruits and everything else. Yeah, they had a down year, but still, like Colorado State's a Mountain West team. They're gonna get their ass kicked.
I feel like in basketball, that's the one like it doesn't really matter. It's like baseball. It doesn't really matter what conference you're from.
Yeah, but Mountain West has never really had a big. They were talking about this on PMT yesterday. It was that Mountain West. When you think of Mountain West, they never really have a big team that makes a run. I guess it's more aimed at that conference.
That's fair. I mean, but you have like Murray State. What the fuck conference are they in?
Sun Belt, I think. Like with Troy and all them.
They are not in the Sun Belt.
I mean, maybe for basketball only. I have no idea.
They are in the Ohio Valley Conference.
Okay. The fact that that's a conference is crazy. The conferences in Division I basketball are insane.
UNLV used to be nice at basketball at one point.
Yeah. During the Tarkanian days.
Yeah, but they're in the Mountain West.
That's true. Okay, so maybe we're talking recency bias here.
I don't know if they were in the Mountain West when they were doing things, but
I don't know. I mean, like conference realignments will throw this off. I mean, the Big East is returning strong, man. You got Providence catching a win today. I thought that everyone was talking about how they were going to lose. I'm like, when I looked at Providence, I said, like, guys, they have 4 losses. Everyone's just kind of ignoring that. Like, yeah, their competition hasn't been great, but they're doing something right. If they only took 4 L's the entire year.
Yeah, I feel like Providence is that one school where everyone either thinks they're really good or they're really bad, and they're always in between.
Yeah,
like they're always like a top years when they're in. They're like a 4 to like 8, 10 seed, and everyone's like, oh, they're really good this year, or oh, they're gonna get bounced in the first round, and they'll go to the round of 32, maybe the Sweet 16.
Oh yeah, no, that's the way I look at it. Like, that's also most Big East teams not named Villanova formerly or currently or UConn. Like, that's the way I kind of look at the Big East as a whole usually.
That's fair.
I mean, growing up around the Big East, I feel like that's kind of like how I like. It's kind of weird. I don't know. Like, college basketball to me has always been like this different animal where, like, because I'm a college football guy first, obviously. But like, how am I supposed to like look at this without like thinking football schools? Like, I think in my bracket I picked like 3 schools that had no shot at winning just because I like their football program. But okay, so I've gotten 3 texts, so we're moving on for a little bit. I got 3 texts today already about Fletcher Cox, and I've had to tell every single person the same thing I heard, and the same thing I've heard from multiple people who are like, I guess, Eagles insiders I follow on Twitter. I guess they are going to like try to restructure his deal, but this was just to like, I guess, save them on cap room. It's the same reason. I mean, it's similar to what the Titans did with Julio Jones, but they're not bringing Jones back, where the Eagles like will be like, Fletch, we'll rework your contract. We just can't afford to pay you what we're paying you right now.
The thing is, though, if that were the main driver behind it, they would have restructured it already.
They tried to, but the problem was there was still like some weird thing. I don't know. It was an odd way to do it. I'm not sure. Pelissero, who's like a contract nerd, said this like 1,000 times. And I tried to reiterate it the best I could. And it's just that the way it was structured with the guaranteed money, it was easier for both parties to restructure, so just release and re-sign him. I don't know how, but it is. So I'll roll with what Pelissero said. That man is a smart dude. So
I'm not trying to put this evil on you, but watch him pull an Al Horford.
Yeah, no, I can see that happening.
Like, oh, I'll sign for good money. Oh wait, you're offering me how much? Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm gone.
Well, I mean, listen, like, you know, we have 3 first-round picks. Javon Hargrave, who was one of the top-rated defensive tackles in the league last year, at least PFF-wise, and then the Milton Thomas, who's, you know, didn't have a bad rookie season at all. It's not the best fit because Fletcher Cox is like, you know, one of the heart and soul of our team. And the joke they were making on what was it called? They're making on Eagles Twitter is like, hold off on your pitchforks just yet. Like, this is best. On my birthday, my father brings me 2 beers because I didn't want to get up and like interrupt the show. Pop, you the best. I love how I texted you like, can I wish, because your dad wished me happy birthday today. I was like, I want to call him Stone Cold Steve so bad, but I know it's not going to go over well.
I don't know how it wouldn't go over well, but he wouldn't say anything to you about it. He might say something to me about it.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm waiting for our other surprise guests, possibly 3 surprise guests coming on. Where the hell they are at. But, you know, we'll keep shooting the shit. Who cares? It's been a while since you've had you on the show, so.
Fair.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Super Bowl. No, 2 weeks after Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
Or 1 week, whatever it was. It doesn't matter. Happy to have you back, buddy. So your Patriots have been oddly quiet. So
I don't want to fucking talk about it.
I was gonna say
this has been the most because for a while you always got a sense there was a method to the madness.
I think Bill's literally just lost at this point.
Like, we're trading one of the better, like, he's a top half guard in the league.
I would put him top 15 overall.
Some years he's like top 5. Other years he's top 15. He's a good guard, and we give him up for a fucking 5th rounder.
Watch, he's got serious injury concerns, so Bill's thinking ahead of the curve.
We don't sign anyone. We lose 2 of our guards. Trent Brown is a free agent. We don't sign a fucking receiver. Oh, but don't worry. We're giving Devin McCourty $9 million fucking dollars. Oh, we're giving Matthew Slater $2.8 million. Like, look, and James White coming off a fucked up leg, 2.5.
I didn't even know he was still in the league until I saw that free agency.
Only $500,000 guaranteed.
Oh,
and look, I like those signings. I think those are important guys to the team. They're leaders on the team.
Yeah.
And I think bringing them back was important, especially because they can all, well, Not sure about James White. If he can play, fine. But like Devin McCourty, even though he's getting up there in age, he hasn't really lost a step yet. In any speed loss he's had, he's played long enough and he's smart enough. He can hide it a bit. He knows what he's supposed to do. Matthew Slater doesn't have a lot of mileage on the tires. He's a special teams guy through and through. That's all he fucking does.
Fair.
But if they made those signings, and also we signed Allen Robinson or someone like some other like B tier receiver, even though it's all we have, I'd be okay with it.
I mean, for you guys, that's an A tier receiver because besides Randy Moss, what was the last like A tier receiver you guys have had in the roster?
I mean, Randy Moss is like an A++.
Well, Randy Moss
That's
is absolute
unfair.
like fucking legend.
That's unfair.
Okay, fine.
Like, besides
I'm
since
sorry.
Jerry Rice, what other A tier receiver?
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. Besides, well, he is technically still like what even when he was in his prime or back in his prime, he's still an A tier receiver. But since Randy Moss and I even say Dante Stallworth in his prime was like an A- receiver, Wes Welker, same thing. Who have the Patriots had that I'm like, okay, I guess Edelman A-, but like,
Yeah, I mean, it's Edelman. Outside of Edelman, the last decade, the Patriots offense have been built on tight ends.
Gronk,
Hernandez before he decided to start getting all murdery.
I mean, Hunter Henry. You still got Hunter Henry, and
I think he's an A tier tight end.
I think, yeah. I mean, he's not like the level of like Goddard, Waller, Kittle, Kelsey. You know, like the guys who like can take over a game. But
okay,
like,
so
still.
I'm just gonna point out Goddard is not on the same level as those other three.
Okay, but
Goddard is like on Hunter Henry's level after last season. He is not on the same. Like Hunter Henry's an A, Goddard's an A.
I only put Goddard ahead of Henry because Goddard is an elite blocker. That's
yeah. I'm not saying he's not better, but like they're on the same level.
I know because Goddard missed like 4 games with a busted ankle, and I had to disappoint Zach Ertz half the season, so I get that. No, but talent wise, Goddard could be there with Waller, Kittle, and Kelsey if the Eagles often direct to tight ends. It does not. Technically, their primary weapon is Sanders, hurts his legs, or this guy. So
I don't even know if it's that guy, just because Jalen Hurts needs to throw the ball better.
Well,
but
I did say this the other day to a buddy who was asking me about Hurts, and I said, listen, if there's anybody who can turn into an elite pocket passer after one offseason, it's Jalen. He's got a psycho work ethic.
Also, the jump he made between Alabama and Oklahoma is still absurd.
Dude, the jump he makes every fucking offseason is ridiculous.
I'm going to point something out here that is kind of a hot take. Not a lot of people are going to agree with me on this.
Okay.
The Patriots have a good receiving core.
Oh, no, I don't doubt it.
They're not great. They're not. You're never going to say this receiving core is one of the best receivers. No, they have a good, solid group. They have Kobe Myers, Kendrick Bourne, 2 very good players who are outperforming what they're being paid, where they were drafted, all of that. If Aguilar could be healthy, he looked good at points. And then our tight ends. We just don't have that X factor receiver who can we need like a 10-yard conversion on 3rd down. Give it to him. He'll get it. Like we don't have that. If we get that, this entire offense looks so much better. We just need one receiver.
Yeah, I think you guys like honestly, like I was always a big Aguilar defender until 2019 when he made me hate him and everything he stands for, you know, with the Aguilar and all his drops. Because in our Super Bowl year, he was arguably one of the best slot receivers in the league. The dude was, once he got past 20 yards, there wasn't a slot corner could cover him because he was so fast for his position. But his problem has always been he can make the big plays, but he can't make the routine ones. But, you know, either way, I do agree with you. I thought Allen Robinson would have been a perfect fit, but LA goes, yep, well, we're going to take that. I don't know if they took something out of the Dodgers cooler this morning, but like, is it between Freeman going to the Dodgers and Robinson to the.
Some people think Woods is gone.
You think Bobby Trees is out? I mean, they can't trade him until his knee heals, right?
They could just. I don't really know, but still, he's redundant in that offense now. They're expected to bring back OBJ. Now you have Allen Robinson. You have Cooper Kupp. You don't really need
and Van Jefferson.
Yeah, so I don't want the Patriots to get Robert Woods. I don't think he fixes our problems because he's just another pretty good receiver who's just going to crowd the receiving room. So.
Shit, I'll take Bobby Trees. Fuck. He'll be a perfect fit for us.
Your options are fucking Bobby Trees or Jalen Rieger. So,
or if Howie finally forks up that first rounder that Seattle wants from Metcalf.
They're not giving him up for a first rounder.
It was a first, a third, and Rager. That's what the deal that Seattle allegedly wants.
No, because they're still like, we're not rebuilding. They refuse.
Yeah,
to
they
call
say
it.
that, but then they deal. Then they're saying Drew Lock's their quarterback, so I don't know what to make. I think Seattle is literally the definition of a cat chasing its own tail. Not a dog, because at least a dog does it for fun and entertainment. A cat's doing it because he's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're more likely to get Lockett just because of age.
Yeah, but they don't want to pay Metcalf's extension, which is next year. Lockett's already under contract. That was the only.
I would rather trade Lockett and save that money.
Oh, I know. I agree with you too. But the thing is with Metcalf also, there was the disgruntledness, the Ross situation, everything else. It's not the best situation with him. Honestly, I would love to get Metcalf, but we were apparently supposed to get Ridley until Ridley just couldn't stay off fucking FanDuel. So,
every team was supposedly going to get Ridley.
Okay, so this was even I didn't even know about this until I heard about it during the offseason, but I didn't make a big deal of it. I guess in this link by 4 different people, it's like, oh, Eagles were apparently right there, according to, I think it was either Mort or Rapport or somebody was like, but then the thing with the whole suspension happens. It's like, okay, well, that's depressing. Great.
See, do you want to know why I know that's bullshit?
Why?
Reports have come out since that the Falcons knew this was coming and refused to trade him.
So this is why I don't trust NFL media anymore, because I hear this shit I heard and then this shit.
This shit is a national reporting, not a local reporting. This isn't like Patriots guys.
This wasn't local. This was national, but it was national, like NFL Network, like B-list reporter. But whatever.
In what team does he primarily cover?
Probably Philadelphia Eagles, Giants, and Jets.
So it's pretty much local.
Yeah, fair enough. Either way, we need a third receiver because I'm really sick of the Jalen Reagor experience. I do love me some Quez Watkins because that boy can straight up fly. But, we have our speed guy. We have a route runner. Let's go get a big body and get out of here.
I feel like Quez Watkins is going to be a what's his name? It was a dude who lit it up for like 3 weeks and then sucked. And then
Rashad Perriman?
No, for the Eagles.
Oh, Fulgham?
Yeah,
Fulgham?
I feel like he's going to be like Fulgham.
Well,
Guys don't. It's rare for a guy to bounce around the league like that.
Quez is on his first team.
Quez Watkins?
He was a 6th-round pick by us in 2020.
Are you sure? I could have sworn he was on the Saints at one point.
No. Quez Watkins was drafted 6th round by the Eagles.
What the fuck am I thinking of?
I don't know. But Watkins was his big claim. The reason he actually got drafted is because he ran like a 4.29 in the combine at 6'2" and a 4.35.
Yeah, I have it like I was looking up.
Okay.
Him.
Maybe his pro day was 4.29 because I lost my shit when we drafted him. I don't know. Either way, big, fast, great jump ball guy, surprisingly, for how skinny he is. I love watching him play. I think he's a good combo for Smith. I wish he made more of a jump this year, but he didn't get his first catch in the league until the Cardinals game, which was like week 15 of last year of 2020. So, he's a good number 3 receiver, but not a good number 2. I think we need another guy.
Y'all have some tiny ass receivers.
I know the weight. I think the average weight of our receiver is that of a Thanksgiving turkey.
Because Watkins is 6'183".
I thought he was taller than that, but yeah, whatever.
Smith is 6'170".
Rager is $180 max, I think, right?
197 allegedly.
Allegedly. Greg Ward's like $180 too, as well.
Jesus, get these guys some fucking mass gainer.
You know what's so funny is like when the Eagles cut Fulgham, I was just like, this sucks, and I'm like, oh wait, he's a bum.
Yeah, he wasn't that good. He had a couple good games, but
so the word out of camp was that basically Fulgham thought he had the number 1 receiver. I'm getting face calls while I'm working. It's like, Oh my god, it's fun things having your birthday, right? If I'm not, oh my god, if I'm not fucking answering, I'm not gonna pick up the phone. Hold on, let me just text this. It's my uncle. Jesus. On the show right now. There we go. Yeah, hopefully I stopped FaceTiming me. Yeah, no, with I don't know, with Fulgham, apparently he just thought he had the number one receiver job locked up, and that was it. And Sirianni's like, no. You don't have shit. And Rager had a great camp. So, like, it did. So his season did not make any. That's why I was more perplexed by his season, because Rager had an amazing camp. So did Smith. So did Watkins. So they were like, oh, well, Travis Fulgham's the odd man out. So,
Like,
I don't know. I'm done talking about the Eagles, honestly.
Last point on the Eagles, Fulk, even if he thought he had the number one job like locked up, you're not good. You have not been good at any other stop. You need to go above and beyond. Because even if you have a good camp, if they have young guys behind you who do just as well, you're gone.
Just remember, everyone's just as hungry as you are in the NFL. One thing, though, I want to say, I love the Hassan Riddick signing. Not just because he is a hometown kid. He's also a freak of nature, and he put in his bio, weapon for the Philadelphia Eagles. That made me very happy. I'm like, this dude is just hyped to be here.
I don't get why he never had a big market as a free agent.
Because they were worried. So the thing I've seen a lot of, and this is from reporting articles and everything else, because I did my digging on Riddick after we signed him, was they were worried because his first 3 years in the league, he didn't do jack shit. But once he switched to a all-go pass rusher, just like every down going downhill, his sack numbers went up. Because he's never been a coverage guy. I watched him live in college at Temple when they played UConn. Dude racked up 5 sacks in a game. It was ridiculous, or maybe 4. I'd honestly have to go back.
It was against UConn, though. So.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, I watched him like, this kid's a freak. And then I see, Arizona Cardinals like Hassan Riddick. I'm like, I remember watching him. Because you don't forget a name like Hassan Riddick. It's pretty hard to forget.
But once he left Arizona, reports are no one gave him a contract. That's why he signed a 1 year, $8 million deal with Carolina.
Because they thought,
and then this year he didn't.
A fluke. That was a fluke. They still think it was a fluke. I don't know. Apparently, Jonathan Gannon wants to use him like the Cowboys use Michael Parsons, or like how the Ravens used to use Suggs, where they just kind of have him just kind of flipping like a predator back, I guess. Where they just kind of have him go each side of the line of scrimmage, 2-point stance and rush. I'm all for it. He's a freak athlete.
Yeah, I like the signing. I think if you're using him as a pass rusher, that whatever money you gave him, because you're not.
We used Jannard Avery that way last year, and what did it give us? A lot unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that cost us a game against the Bucs. So, thanks, Jannard. All right. You know what cracks me up though? This Baker Mayfield thing, everything, the Browns and everything else, but the Watson, Baker Mayfield, all this crap, all the quarterback carousel. The last piece of this that's cracking me up is Jimmy G. With Jimmy Garoppolo, everything I've heard about the Niners is they're holding out until the last possible minute to see the best offer. But what if every team finds I know this is a hard thing to find out, but like certain teams, like I remember Philly did this with Sam Bradford in 2016, where they basically held out, and then Teddy Bridgewater almost breaks his leg and dies, and the Vikings needed a quarterback desperately. So, here's Sam Bradford for a first-round pick. I swear the John Lynch is trying to hold out for that, but I don't know if that's going to come, especially with how many young quarterbacks and how many teams have decent backups. I don't know if that's going to happen.
I think he's waiting to see who loses the Deshaun Watson sweepstake.
Well, there's Cleveland.
Cleveland's they just said they're not trading Baker, and they were only looking at top quarterbacks. So whether it be the Saints, the Falcons, or the Panthers, whoever, one of those two teams that doesn't get Deshaun, they're probably going to go after Jimmy G.
Fair enough. I mean,
which would be hysterical. How depressing that would be for that fan base. Like, we might be getting Deshaun. We might get, there's Jimmy G.
I mean, Jimmy G is not bad at all. I think he's a decent quarterback. He's definitely a B tier guy, lower B tier. I think he's a less athletic Dak Prescott. That's my honest to gut.
So Jimmy G is a white, black Kirk Cousins.
I told my barber's a Cowboys fan, and she never heard that. She's big. She's on like NFL Twitch. She follows all this shit. She listens to our show and everything else. I said, Case, you've never heard them refer to him that Amari Cooper called him Black Kirk Cousins. She goes, no. I'm like, look up on your Twitter right now. And she's sitting there while she's like literally doing my final shave in the back of my neck. She takes the blade off, looks at her phone. She looks at me in the mirror and she goes, dude, what the shit?
I don't know if he's wrong though.
He's not. Dak hasn't given me anything to prove that he's the best quarterback in his class, but that's not saying much.
And also, I think Kirk Cousins is a little underrated as a quarterback. I think he's a good NFL quarterback. So it's not necessarily an insult, but if Dak has this big head thinking he's great, no.
No, Dak, honestly, the whole contract thing, the fact that he signed for so much fucking money made me so happy because I loved Dak in college. I thought he was fun to root for. I wanted the Eagles to draft him. I literally said on my radio show at Southern, I want the Eagles to take Zeke at 4 or 5 or whatever pick they had before they traded up to 2. And then go get Dak in the 3rd round. That's what I literally said in my radio program before the whole Wentz thing happened.
I never wanted Zeke anywhere near my team. So
I did not care about the off-field stuff back in the day. I just wanted a running back who could run through people and had some speed.
I did not care about the off-field stuff either.
Fair enough. I'm surprised Zeke's still a Cowboy. That's the thing that's like bewildering me so far.
Jarrell loves him.
I know he does, but the problem is they still have Tony Pollard who they're gonna have to pay because Tony Pollard talent-wise is top 30 running back in the league right now. He's better than some of the starters.
Depending on the week, Tony Pollard's better than Zeke.
Yeah, no, Tony Pollard is better than Zeke. The only time I love Tony Pollard, though, is the second time we played Dallas and 2 years ago. Played Tony Pollard, whatever it was. Tony Pollard had a fumble in 2020 or 2019 that just made me laugh hysterically. I think it was Fletcher Cox punched it out, and that's my everlasting impression of Tony Pollard for lack of ball security. But no, Zeke and Pollard is this weird dynamic because Pollard is just pure explosiveness and is just fun and dynamic, where Zeke doesn't have the burst anymore. But then he only had the burst. He only has his burst for like 2 years.
Yeah, and I part of the reason he doesn't have the burst is he doesn't want to. He doesn't care. Like a lot of weeks, you can tell when Zeke does not care about a game.
No, you're right. No, honestly, his tape it's weird because Zeke is at his best when it's a big game against a rival. So Philly, Giants, we are Commanders. I have to do it. Sorry. And their new quarterback, Kamikaze Commando Carson Kami Wentz. It just flows off the tongue. But with Zeke against rivals or big games, you see him run hard. But games that they're supposed to win against Broncos last year when Javonte Williams and Melvin Gordon basically just demolished that entire defense. You see it. It's not that hard to miss that Zeke takes plays off. You usually hear about that with like edge rushers, like safeties, linebackers. Mostly D-line, though. You never hear that with running backs, especially when they get the damn ball.
Yeah, no, and I don't even know if Zeke takes plays off. He just takes entire games off.
Well, it's like you don't see the burst off his legs. I don't know if he goes out and gets absolutely trucked before the game or what, but it's just like it looks like he's lost a step.
He might have also. I mean, he has been in the league for 6 years now.
Which is insane to think about.
It could be a little bit of both. He doesn't really care, and also he's been in the league for 6 years.
Also true.
I think it's more the former. I think he just doesn't care a lot.
I think it doesn't care. I mean, because you see guys like, this is not the be-all, end-all. But, I mean, look at Gore, look at Peterson. I get they're outliers, but at the same time, like, look at McCoy, too, up until his last year in Buffalo. These guys ran hard until they couldn't run anymore.
And then tried to run for another, 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, listen, Peterson scored a touchdown this year. It's for 2 different teams. So, I mean, it could be worse.
Fucking insanity.
Oh, Eli Apple's coming back to Cincinnati.
I don't know why. I would not
love it.
resign him.
I love it. Oh my
I-
god, that's great.
I would tell him to go find somewhere else to play. I would not want that man on my team anymore.
Oh my god, that's funny. I love the humor that is this. Like, listen, everyone in America wanted the Bengals to win back in February, but it was kind of cool.
Not everyone in it.
I know not
America.
everyone, but like a
People
lot of them.
in West Alabama wanted the Rams.
Fair. It's funny to me because the Bengals were like America's sweetheart during that whole Super Bowl thing, but yet they don't get it. It's like Eli. I mean, also the cornerback market is not great right now. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, besides your boy J.C. Jackson, who was available? I mean, Gilmore, P-Pat, like not really a lot of great corners. Like P-Pat and Gilmore are both older now, so
Hey, Gilmore was a Pro Bowler this year.
that is true. But that's also a name too. Pro Bowl don't mean shit that much either.
Yeah, it was also everyone else was hurt or in the Super Bowl or didn't care.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
But I mean,
it's
yeah,
a weird.
you got a lot of old guys who are over. Like Gilmore's probably a future Hall of Famer.
I would say that. So is P-Pat.
Yeah, it's P-Pat for name and longevity. Gilmore because
Also for his kick returning too.
Yeah. Gilmore because he fucking won Defensive Player of the Year as a defensive back, which is impossible to do.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it's one of those things. Like I think the last one to do it before wasn't like Woodson was the last one to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Charles Woodson. But it's crazy, right? When you look at the cornerback market, like I saw like apparently Darius Slay is trying to recruit P-Pat. I'm like, great, we're gonna have the AARP defensive back core this year between Slay and Peterson are both north of 30. But I mean, like, listen, Slay had his best career season since his like third year in Detroit this year. I was hyped about it, but it's because he had Steven Nelson offside of him. So I want to see where Nelson goes. I would love for him to come back to Philly. I love him as a corner this year. He's physical, plays bump and run man better than anybody, or at least better than most of the league. I'd be happy with just getting Steve Nelson back. Literally, he's got to get us a fucking safety. Tyrann Mathieu hasn't signed yet either, which is interesting. But
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where he's gonna go. He said he wants to go back to Kansas City, but
where's he gonna play? Play Justin Reed a buttload of money.
yeah, and they're gonna give him. They can give him no money.
Yeah, they're gonna already have to start. I think they're already restructuring deals already in Kansas City.
Yeah, that's why you don't give your quarterback $500 million.
Yeah, no, I my biggest thing with any of these quarterback contracts is I know that everyone does their salary cap Olympics, just all or acrobatics or whatever the hell you want to call it. But at the end of the day, it's still money you got to pay at some point. Just look what happened with Philly and Fletcher Cox did. They had to send the money somewhere. They cut him. They pay half. I don't know. I don't understand it. I'll never act like I could. This is why I will never be a GM. I could probably do scouting, maybe, but never GM. The numbers by itself would drive me freaking nuts. But all the rules, loopholes, and everything else. But the biggest thing to me about all this stuff is that with the Chiefs, like, all right, let's look at the D lines, Kevin, for the edge rushers at least for this division now. You go north of you start to Denver. You got Randy Gregory and Bradley Chubb. You go to Los Angeles. You've got Khalil Mack,
Joey Bosa,
and then you go Oakland or Las Vegas now. Max Crosby and their newest addition, Chandler Jones. God, that's just built to take out Mahomes.
Yeah, and also I think Russell Wilson's going to have a terrible time because the Broncos' offensive line isn't much better than Seattle's was.
I mean, it's the weirdest thing about the Broncos. The Broncos' O-line relies on the fact they can run the ball better than Seattle could. So, I mean, I still think I think the Chargers win this division this year. I honestly, it's going to be a weird division. Am I wrong here by thinking that there's a possibility the Broncos are still like a 9-8 team because they still can't block anybody?
No, I think 9-8 might not be. I think this division, it's going to be like 14-3, 12-5, and 11-6 are going to be a top three, and they're going to have the Raiders in the back like 8-9, 9-8.
I think the Raiders might be better than the Broncos. I trust your point, McDaniels.
Don't think so. I think the receiving core and quarterback combination with the running back in Denver is too good.
I think this is all a moot point until we can do the draft, right? So if Las Vegas takes a receiver first round, maybe they go get your boy Jameson Williams as a big
keep Alabama receivers the fuck away from Las Vegas.
Fine, we'll go get Garrett Wilson at Ohio. They'll go get Garrett Wilson at Ohio State, whatever. But by the way, both players amazing tape. By the way, Tuesday draft corner booth Tuesday draft special. Kev, if you'd like to stop by, you're more than welcome. Me, Savannah, and special guest Yuri, our belly up draft experts coming on. We're gonna shoot talk a little draft picks and everything else.
Okay.
So yeah, I gotta do the itinerary to send this kid. He's like, "Is there an itinerary?" I'm like, "Sure." There's definitely.
That's when you just say no.
Listen, I have our boy Frank Michael Smith coming on the live show next week, so it's gonna be a fun time. He's like, "Yeah, I want to come on your Thursday show." I'm like, I double take. I read the text. I'm like, "You serious?" He goes, "Yeah, just do a Google Calendar invite." That's when you know you've made it when you're friends with somebody, when you don't have to ask their agent for interviews anymore. You just text them like, "Hey, you want to come on?"
Fair.
His agent's a nice guy, though. I'm not gonna lie. So definitely a fun time. But oh my god, so Loki, I think the Raiders, if they get a decent deep threat along with Brian Edwards, Darren Waller, and they didn't really lose anybody in their offensive line, I don't hate the Raiders having a better record than the Broncos. I think the Broncos are going to put up a lot of points, but the problem is, like, I don't know, just something about the Broncos. Somebody's going to catch a weird L this year. I don't know how or know where. It's like the opposite of the NFC North, where like we all know the Packers are going to win it, but like sneakily MCDC with the bite kneecaps might get the second best record in the NFC North. I don't know. It's like it's a weird dynamic this year because I love their signing of DJ Chark. Their offense desperately needed a deep threat. What do? They go add a deep threat who needs to earn some money. So
I don't know. I think your views on the AFC West are wrong. I think Kansas City's going to come out slow like last year and then run through everyone.
True. But also their schedule helped them a lot last year, though.
Yeah, it probably did. It's probably going to continue helping them because they're fucking the
Patrick
cream of the crop in
Mahomes
the
is the
NFL.
quarterback. Oh my god!
I think Las Vegas is clearly the worst team in this division, and I think Kansas City is just going to win again. They're going to win the division
because Las Vegas would be like a second or first place team in about 4 or 5 other divisions.
What other divisions?
The
AFC South, yes.
AFC South, I would say, I would take them over the Dolphins right now. Only now.
Okay, well, they're in the AFC East, so
okay, AFC. Sorry, AFC East. I'd say they're tied with the Patriots, but they're better than the Dolphins, better than the Jets by a mile. NFC East, I think they're on par with the Eagles, not as good as the Cowboys. NFC North, they're better than the Lions, Bears, or Vikings.
Yeah, but they're not going to win those divisions. You said 4 or 5 divisions they would win.
I said second place, didn't I?
No, you said win.
Okay, well, maybe not. The only one they win is probably the AFC South then.
Yeah, literally any other tier 3 team in the league in their division would win the AFC South. Are you shitting me?
Can we also talk about the fact that Titans, I don't know how the hell they're just hanging on for dear life to that division, but the Colts find ways to shoot themselves in the foot. Because they're 2 big acquisitions right now. Maybe it's because I listen to McAfee too much, but their big acquisitions are Mo Alley Cox and Yannick Ngakoue. It's like, oh my god,
Ngakwe's a good ad for them, though.
Oh no, it is a good ad. Hopefully his curse doesn't follow them though.
Fair. I could see them just going fuck it and taking a quarterback round 1.
I want them to take Matt Corral. I think he would fit perfectly in the dome scenario. Yeah, he may struggle off the rip. Maybe go get a receive. Maybe see if they can take a flyer on one of these injury-prone receivers. I don't know. Maybe go see if there's somebody available. Like, because the receiving core this year is weird. It's like it's later round guys. They have. I don't know. Also, I have to see who's still available free agent wise. I know OBJ is still there. Al Rob is
expectation. He goes to back.
Where the fuck does Juju go?
Projected right now is the Eagles.
Yeah, it's not happening. They pull out. They said they pull out. They didn't want Juju.
People want the Patriots to sign them. I think they're idiots.
I think Juju, the Patriots, will be just the worst match made in hell because he's doing his little quarterback dance. Bill Belichick walks by with a paddle, hits him right in the calf.
Also, we just talked about they have enough B receivers. They don't need Juju.
I think Juju in a good system is an A- receiver. I think he's got the talent. He doesn't have the fucking drive for it.
I don't even know if he has the talent, honestly.
He's an elite route runner. He's got the okay speed, and he's got good hands. It's just the problem is like he's basically he's a better, healthier Robert Woods. The problem is he doesn't have the drive for it.
He hasn't had a 100-yard game since AB left. So I think talent.
You might have me beat. That's a good stat, actually.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know where is a good fit for Juju, honestly, at this point.
It's definitely not Pittsburgh. And apparently now there's trade rumors about like Chase Claypool. It's like, dude, they just think Deontay Johnson's going to catch every ball for them.
No, Chase Claypool, like I would have no issue. If I were a Steelers fan, I would want him gone too.
I mean, listen, I take him to Philly tomorrow. Are you fucking kidding me? That dude's freaking nature. He just needs to get away from the whole Pittsburgh thing. He needs to get
away from catching a ball on third and short to end a game and doing a fucking TikTok dance.
I think Chase Claypool to me is the epitome of. This is gonna sound so boomerish, right? But he's like the Gen Z entitlement shit. Like these guys think they're God's gift to mankind.
Gen Z isn't that entitled.
Okay.
No, and can we talk about this?
All right, go for it.
Gen Z is people. Gen Z's not entitled. They're the most politically active generation.
That is true.
Since the civil rights movement in the 60s, they might even be more so. They're getting fucked just as hard as young millennials by the housing market, the fucking college prices, and all this shit. They're coming of age during a goddamn pandemic. They are not entitled. They just want to be able to feed themselves.
I should have restructured my statement by saying these new age receivers and players in the NFL.
You could have said the stereotype of,
yes. But here's the thing is like, yes. Okay. So I'm the youngest millennial. I'm the last year of a millennial. I think I'm the last year or second last year. Aren't you?
1996 is the last year.
You're the last year of millennial.
Yes.
Okay. So we're both like the youngest possible millennials possible, right? We were introduced to how you weren't at least, but I was introduced to how much bullshit the education system is for colleges right now. I was told I have to pay X amount of dollars for a degree I'm not using for a college that didn't help me get a job. And for a journalism department, they basically kicked me to the curb the second I didn't pick a job they liked. So what cracks me up about this is that I love how, everyone else. So I recant my statement, obviously, about the whole boomer thing and how boomer I sounded, because I don't even want to know how much like back end of Gen Z, like my cousin Ryder and all of my other cousins who are younger than me, who are gonna have to deal with this crap because they're staring down $40,000 a year prices for tuition for a state school. Dude, LSU for me when I was looking at college was 19 out of state. Before, obviously, room, board, travel, and everything else. But still, on top of, like, meal plans and everything else, I think it came to 23. Southern was 26.
Yeah, that's still cheaper than tuition at Alabama when I went.
Yeah, I know, but you also, my friend, were smart.
I didn't pay
You were a smart bastard. So I mean, it didn't really matter to you.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying, like, it's getting worse every year. It's because we were told growing up you have to go to college to get a good job. And
Yeah,
then-
which is bullshit. My buddy, who is a water pipe technician, makes $125K a year.
Yeah.
Did not go to college.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
He drives a brand new Ram TRX. Just got a new tattoo, new $900 tattoo that he paid in cash. Dude makes bank. He's happy. He's healthy. He's working his ass off. But you know, it's like he goes, yeah, 23 years old. I'm 4 years in. I'm good. It's like I'll be retired by the age of 58, and I'll have good money. I might be a little banged up, but shit, I have no student debt to pay off.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm a contractor, right? I made better money than I did at a job I needed college tuition for.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's the whole thing's a fucking weird ass shit. I'm just waiting for Mr. McCarthy to come through. He said he's coming on, so I don't know. Mookie said he misses you, by the way. He said he wanted to come, but he has to go sit his fat ass in goal. That's his exact words.
Yikes. Also, yeah, he'd better miss me. I comment on his show all the fucking time.
I tried to too, but last night I was not about going on anything. I literally sat down in my chair. I literally turned on Skyrim, and I sat there drinking beer and playing Skyrim for like 3 hours. I don't know. I've been on a Skyrim kick lately. Can't figure out why. I also because
that just happens like every 6 months.
I also unlocked all these new missions because I bought the anniversary edition for like $10.
Fair.
It was Kev is totally worth that $10 extra. But apparently, wow, Devontae Adams to the Raiders.
They trade him?
They're in the final stages of making the trade. Okay, so we check on Savannah right now.
I guess guess the Raiders don't need to draft a receiver now.
What the fuck just happened?
So it's gonna be a first,
Yeah, I saw
more
that.
picks and a player.
I'm assuming they're probably what's that receiver's name? Edwards, the big guy. I feel like he's probably going to be thrown into that because I know Rodgers going to want our good receiver to come back with it. Oh God, Rodgers going to be fucking pissed now.
Watch him just not sign the contract. Watch him just be like, all right, you know what? Fuck this. I'm retired.
Oh my God, that's hysterical. Gutekunst managed to fuck this up that bad.
Jesus Christ.
You know what's so funny, right? So we're talking about I had because Savannah now is coming back. She's going to do some shows with me every when she's not on vacation, whatever. Because you know what, she wasn't a bad co-host, honestly. And you know what, she's fun to have around. And her Packers insight is very good because they're probably the most polarizing franchise in the NFL right now, especially with this shit. Oh my God! Congrats to Las Vegas, man! 2 big signs in 2 weeks, in 2 days. I mean, Chandler Jones and Devontae Adams. Who's their new GM, by the way?
The Raiders?
Yeah, because I know your boy Josh MD is the coach, but
Did they get a new GM?
I don't know because they let Mayock go very fast.
Dave Ziegler.
Well, hey, listen, Mr. Ziegler, cheers to you, kid. Holy smokes.
Another Patriots guy.
Oh, by the way, that was according to Ian Rappaport of NFL Network. Wow, I am in shock right now. Wow. Okay, Kev, any other reactions to Devontae Smith to the Raiders?
Jesus.
No, he ain't going to save the Packers now. Okay, MCDC's going to get a division title this year. Let's go.
Has Aaron Rodgers signed the contract yet? Because I wouldn't be surprised if he says no now.
I don't know. And that's the thing that scares me. Hold on, I'm going to look to see if like any other people are like reacting like it's crazy to this shit. Yeah, Adam Schefter has reported as well. Our friend Savannah just tweeted out what the actual fuck is going on. Savannah, we don't know either. Oh, by the way, I have to make fun of Cruz once we stop talking football because I went on his show. I was on the Oxcord podcast on Tuesday night into Wednesday morning because that show went forever. But I have some thoughts about Cruz's Final Four in NCAA predictions. I think there was a hostage situation in New York City. Me and Nick have to go rescue him from. Oh my God, this is bad.
Like, but what did you do? Didn't you all SEC?
No, he took Auburn to win the whole fucking thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude's doing fucking anything for some head, isn't he?
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. No, but like me and Nick were like joking with him. We're like, dude, you like listen. I said to Nick, I'm like, Nick, we may have to go do this. This B&E may turn into a hostage rescue at some point. And he goes, I'll meet you in Penn Station. I'm like, bet we're doing this. I'm like, Cruz, blink twice if you're if what's her face has a gun to your head.
Fair.
I guess they're out drinking in Manhattan right now, so I guess they're doing pretty well for themselves.
Like, I don't know. I have Alabama winning it, but that's just homerism.
Oh, I have North Carolina winning, but that's also homerism, so I get you. But I mean, I also took Arizona as my actual bracket that I did for strategic reasons because they are just absolute freaks. And also, I also have Gonzaga legitimately losing to UConn because UConn has the one position they can't stop, and that's a physical big man who can move.
I have two brackets. Alabama wins one of them. Norfolk State wins the other.
That's fucking awesome. I love it. I mean, I have North Carolina being Baylor both brackets because I think Baylor injury problems are going to be a real thing. But that's me. So Cruz basically picking Auburn the entire way. You see in the clip, guys. I literally go check out the Oxcord clip. I shared it. I retweeted it. It's on my Instagram. Everything. I spiked my Eagles hat because me and Nick were just disgusted with Cruz's picks.
Yeah, I think outside of me hating Auburn, like that's just not a good pick.
Okay,
they're not well.
They're my backup to lose the 215 if it's not Duke. Like Kentucky.
The thing is, they're advanced metrics wise, they're not that good. They don't rank that well defensively. I think it's either defensively or offensively. I think it's defensively. They don't rank that well. They're sliding at the wrong time. Their record to down the stretch when Alabama fans were freaking out about how bad this team was, it was identical to Alabama's. They got bounced in the first round of the SEC tournament like Alabama. They're not great. Like, I don't get this hype. I understand they started the season well, and Bruce Pearl, for some reason, people think he's a great coach. He's a good coach. Don't get me wrong. He's not a legend coach.
He did also get bounced from Tennessee when they had a loaded roster. So let's talk about that one too.
So I think he's a good coach. I think he's a little overrated, vastly overrated, but it's
definitely a weird dynamic. So I talked about this before you got on when I was running solo. Was college basketball has this weird dynamic that I've never been able to understand, where you have teams like right now. UConn is currently losing to New Mexico State. By the way, the Aggies currently have UConn by the vice. They're down by 5. It's almost the end of the first half. St. Peter's is in it with Kentucky. And my upset for my parlay to work, I need Indiana to beat St. Mary's, but then again, St. Mary's is soft as shit, so it's okay. My problem with Auburn is the one time I watched them play, I watched them get absolutely fucking smoked. I remember who they played. I just remember hearing you talk about them, I think either an Xbox party or something, or it might have been on this show, and then watching them absolutely get their ass kicked. I'm like, what am I missing here? Am I missing something? Like, what the fuck is this shit? So, I don't know. But either way, I think we may have to do everyone has to go to a hostage rescue for Cruz in Lower Manhattan. So that's going to happen. I'm going to organize it with Nick Perkins, his co-host. By the way, shout out to Cruz and Nick for having me on the show on Tuesday. I appreciate the love and the the appearance. It was a great time. I had a good time. Also, their intern also picked Tennessee to win the whole fucking tournament, so he's still the worst out of all of them.
Well, yeah, I could have told you that.
Mm-hmm. And the kid's an Alabama grad.
Yeah, they all are.
I know they're all. I was like the lone wolf there that wasn't saying roll tide.
Well, Cruz is an Alabama grad and picked Auburn, so like I don't know what to tell you.
I don't. Also, I think Cruz has ulterior motives to picking Auburn, but that's like we've already made that joke 1,000 times already. Oh my god. Hey Kev, you want to know our new segment? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it again this week.
What is it?
It's called Corner Booth Dartboard. So, Kevin, the whole joke of this is Savannah, she put somebody on the dartboard, so did Samir back before he quit. You get to put somebody on this dartboard. So, Kevin, as joining us now for the Corner Booth dartboard, better late than never, Mr. Ryan, my favorite Pastor McCarthy.
Chaplin, get it right. Gosh.
I say it wrong on purpose. Get over it. Cheers, my friend. Attaboy. I'm drinking one as well right now.
Nice. This is my first beer in about 2 months.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me you were off the sauce for a little bit.
Well, not entirely. I mean, I've had cider, I've had like vodka-based drinks, but look at
He
that.
switched over to seltzers.
God bless.
Ugh, look at this beautiful flow.
Hey, I mean, Ryan, look what I'm drinking mine out of, though. An actual oxhorn.
Nice.
Yeah,
I
right?
got my authentic Guinness glass.
Attaboy.
That's right.
All right, so Ryan, you joined us just in time for the Corner Booth dartboard.
Oh, okay.
So shout out to my former co-host Samir. He's moved on to bigger and better things, obviously.
Aw, Samir.
It's okay. He made his choices. So the whole name of the game is somebody you want to put up on this dartboard. Mine is simple. My dartboard nominee is Iowa basketball.
Mine too. Mine too. You stole mine. You stole mine.
You corn-fed, inbred jackasses. Why the hell did you lose to Richmond? You can literally squash their mascot. What the shit? You're not supposed to be the 512 that loses. That's my argument. There we go.
Yeah.
Kevin, who's your nominee for the Corner Booth dartboard this week? Oh,
Can I pick my mom?
You can always pick your mom.
That's a layup, man.
Yeah, that's too.
All right, fine. It's going to be a shocking pick. Bill Belichick.
Okay. Explain your work.
Ooh,
You're
spicy.
not going to do dick in free agency. You're going to trade our starting right guard after we lost one of our other guards to free agency for a fucking 5th round pick. You're going to let our starting right tackle walk in free agency. You're going to give a combined $13 million to a fucking walking retirement home. I wouldn't be surprised if he turns around tomorrow and gives Dante Hightower $10 million a year. Look, I love Dante Hightower. He's got to go. Father time has caught up with him. You have a rookie quarterback. You have
like 35 or 34.
33, 34.
He's in his 30s.
You have a set window where you can capitalize on your quarterback not making a lot of money, and you're not going to do shit with it for a year. Fuck off, Bill. Do something. Do literally anything.
Fair. Ryan, I can give you Iowa because I have another one in recent highlight news.
Well, I'm picking Iowa because they were one of my final 4 picks. And the reason why I picked Iowa is because I have a soft spot in my heart for Fran McCaffrey, because Fran McCaffrey was the coach of Siena, was a coach of Siena College, who we took to two straight NCAA tournaments as an 8-9 seed. They beat Ohio State back in, I think, was it 2009 or 10? Right. And they took Louisville, who won the national championship that year, to the limit. So I was like, okay, I got to pick Iowa. They're a strong team. They're statistically, I got to put them. They got to be my Final Four. And
go.
And of course, let's see, if you see smoke in the distance, that's the smoldering wreckage of my bracket. It is completely in shambles right now.
I mean, I had Iowa going to the Sweet 16, maybe around a 32. I can't remember, but either way, my backup is Brian Gutekunst. All right, hey Brian, you had one job. You had one job. You got your quarterback back. I'm not even a Packers fan. I honestly don't like the Packers. I really don't. I think they're fucking annoying. Their fan base annoys the shit out of me. But one of my co-hosts in the rotating carousel that is my co-hosts on these two shows is Miss Savannah. I am praying for her sanity right now because she came on the show 2 days ago and said to me she's in a good spot. She thinks the Packers are going to be okay. It's going to be a long road to get this done with Adams. And then Brian goes and trades Aaron Rodgers' number one weapon. And Kevin
Devontae Adams got traded?
Oakland Raiders, check your Twitter.
No, I'm sorry. I've been at the gym and I've been
I know
getting
you have.
And I've been getting my Guinness.
That's why I said this. Check your Twitter. This is Las Vegas Raiders for a first-round pick, other draft picks, and a player to be named later.
Ooh.
Also,
yep, there it is, 6 minutes ago.
Kevin also brought up a great point, Ryan.
Yeah.
Did Aaron actually sign the contract yet? Detroit Lions, NFC North champions. We're
I
doing
saw
it this
something
year.
that said he did since, but he can still retire.
Oh yeah. Him and Shailene are gonna go live out their life on Jeopardy winnings.
Oh, guys, I didn't show you my shirt.
Nice. Oh, it's great.
Love it.
I love it.
I wore it to the gym.
Nice.
Yeah, I got a bunch of weird looks, but
listen,
I'll
people.
take it.
Okay, so listen, that gives me a valid complaint, by the way. But Kevin Fisher thought.
What was I was just gonna say I'm shocked that they didn't break up. They just called off their engagement. I was surprised.
Well, the thing is, everyone thought they broke up, but then AJ Hawk may or may not have said they didn't break up on the McAfee show.
And then they were photographed together.
Yeah, they were photographed together. That's why he's like that. Those photographs were not staged. Blah 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 blah.
I don't care.
Oh no, I like it. I like the two of them because they're just both weird enough that they work together. And also, I've actually become a fan of Aaron Rodgers as a person because of the McAfee show. So.
Yeah, he's based, and I kind of like it. He's the villain that we all didn't expect.
No,
but we all needed.
No, the real villain of the NFL is Patrick Mahomes. Come on. Because at least Tom Brady earned his shit to become the villain.
No,
but
I don't think Tom Brady's so much of a villain anymore because we actually know his person. Because we actually know his personality.
Every man, Tom.
His personality's lost a lot to shine.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is also with what's it called with Mahomes, we were force-fed Mahomes to be the messiah of quarterbacks. Yeah, I'd rather have Josh Allen, honestly.
I mean, Brittany
or
is
Zach
also
Wilson.
Listen, Zach Wilson. Me and Kevin declared him a bust royally on our draft show. By the way, new draft show. Kev, I think you're gonna have to make a comeback for our draft show on in April. I think that's got to be a thing.
Okay, I mean, I'll try. I'm on a different draft show too.
Are you cheating on me with another show, Kevin?
You saw the sign up.
He saw the sign and opened up his eyes.
Draft show. We're in the same segment together.
Yeah, I know.
No, we do our show the week before, like we did last year.
Okay, yeah, I'll make time.
We do our offensive and defensive rankings. We'll maybe do them in one show, condense them. Maybe I don't know. Either way, it's only be. It will also probably have to do with Savannah too. But honestly, she's a lot quicker on the delivery this year. Anyway, oh my god, this show went from being kind of dead to Adam Schefter dropping a nuke and
Adam who?
Adam Schefter.
There we go.
Adam Schefter.
Jared has not been able to pronounce his name correctly the first try for 3+ years now.
That should be a running gag on the show, though.
It is a running gag.
It is okay.
Yeah, because he mentions it all the time.
Keep the tradition alive
all the time.
Listen, the best part is when Kevin ain't here. I know if he's watching, he's literally squirming in his skin when I pronounce it the wrong way.
Jared, are you wearing a Mark Sanchez jersey?
Nope. Devontae Adams, baby.
Oh, gotcha.
Yes. He's number 6. No, Devontae Smith. Sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say Devontae Adams.
We were talking about Devontae Adams for the last 10 minutes. That's
yeah.
Kevin, I thought of another receiver who the Eagles could probably fit their need for a bigger body. Julio Jones, even though he'll only play 3 games a year.
Yeah, I don't think he solves your issues.
I didn't say solve your issues. I just said he's going to make. Listen, Khalil Mack now plays for the Chargers. Julio Jones has to play for the Eagles. We are making our Madden franchise a real thing, Kevin.
We're gonna decide to show up, fellas.
Hey, tag along. He's a well-behaved cat.
In a way, yeah, but he's very good. He's a good boy.
Yeah, Ghost gave me a birthday bite this morning at 6 a.m.
He'll be 10. He'll be 10 in April.
Wow,
Tag's gonna be 10 already.
Yeah, Ghost is a year old. And he's just a dick. But
yeah, most kids are.
Yeah. He's also already 18.5 pounds, and I don't feed him as much as I used to, and he still eats too much food.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan, it was funny. This morning I woke up, making breakfast. I'm the first one at my house always. Ghost looks at me, sees me making my breakfast, gives me a birthday bite on the ankle.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah. It's like, some people get birthday punches. I get a birthday bite.
Oh, it's today your birthday?
Yes, today is my birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
Cheers, brother. Thank you.
I drank all my beer.
Kevin, I would have airmailed you. I would have told Drew to go pick you up some beer because he's not doing anything right now.
Well, no, I just want to go get more.
Fair enough.
I have some.
Like, Ryan, you missed it mid-show. Like, I realized my one beer that I had. I forgot. I was watching North Carolina kick the snot out of Marquette. I forgot to get beer for the show. My father, being the best father he is on my birthday, goes and gets me 2 beers and brings them to my desk while I'm working. That is a gentleman right there.
That's a great dad right there.
Oh, yeah, great dad. It's going to suck when I move out of the house and I'm going to feel bad every time he needs me to come back to the house and I can't make it. Oh, man.
So what have you guys ooh, more breaking news.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's just the same news.
Okay.
About Devontae Adams.
Was it the ESPN app being late?
It was a fantasy app.
Oh, okay.
They're even later.
Yeah. So have you guys given out grades for free agency? I mean, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit late, but who we talked about so far with free agency?
We've kind of
talked about the Bills.
around.
You talk about the Bills overpaying Von Miller. Like,
I don't think they overpaid Von Miller actually.
6 years, 100+ million.
Okay, so listen, you got a top. He has been one of the best edge rushers in the league for the last 10 years, and when he is healthy and he's good to go, he is still a top 10 edge rusher.
Right,
but
Buffalo, he's over 30 though.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is also you're gonna have to pay for a guy like that. But here's the thing: is also you get him alongside Greg Rousseau, who is one of the up and coming pass rushers in football right now. You now make this now gives Buffalo an elite edge rush to go with their their elite secondary. Now, okay, so like in the playoffs, hey, you're gonna double team Rousseau. Okay, great. Okay, here comes Von Miller off the edge, and I still think you need to go get an interior guy. Please not Fletcher Cox. And because I think hopefully he comes back to Philly. They cut Cox to save money. I don't know. Tom Pelissero explained it in some weird way that makes sense, and I still don't get it. But either way, it's like somebody trying to explain to me trigonometry. I don't get it. But
please not Jordan Davis.
Oh my God! If the Eagles draft Jordan Davis, that's the only way I'd be okay with the Eagles. Like,
no, if Buffalo drafted Jordan Davis, I would.
Oh my God! Buffalo drafts Jordan Davis. Just call AFC.
Forget it. Just give him the Super Bowl ring.
No, give him the Super Bowl. Here's how you give Buffalo their first round pick is Jordan Davis. Second round pick is Kenneth Walker. Just give him the title right now.
Yeah. Just give him the AFC championship.
Just call it a day. They're gonna walk into Los Angeles and or Kansas City and say, "Oh, it's my conference now," because. You take me in a 1-1 game, quarterback wise. I take Allen over Herbert or Mahomes. I don't. Allen outplayed Mahomes in that game, but Buffalo's defense did.
Buffalo's defense played. The Buffalo played prevent defense when it mattered. When it's supposed to have a stop.
I had my boss, who's a big football fan, who listens to the show. I had him. He asked me, he goes, "What was Buffalo doing?" I'm like, "Well, the problem is with a shell defense when your linebackers." You're supposed to play with 5. It's supposed to be a 4-4. And Kev, isn't it 2 rushers and the rest play in the flats? That's how he's playing. That's shell defense, right? I'm trying to think in my head.
That's the Mangini defense.
Well, here's the thing: is like you don't rush 4 guys in a shell defense because nobody's going to get home. You're just there to make sure the quarterback doesn't scramble, or if their line's completely fucking terrible, bust through and get a sack. But you only rush 2 guys, maybe 3 at max. but they set 4, leaving 3 and 4 behind. And also Tyreek Hill is just ungodly speed. So apparently they're trying to rework his contract to open up more cap space now. That's a new thing I've been seeing. So it's weird. Kansas City's in a weird spot right now.
Kansas City is in a very weird spot. Can we? I'm gonna. Sorry for the takeover, boys.
No, you're fine because me and Kevin
I know we got 5 minutes.
Kevin were starting to run out of gas, so we're good.
Could we talk about my Jets for a second?
Yes, because Braxton Berrios, my boy, is getting a contract.
That's right.
There we go.
Hey, it's a value contract. 6 years, $6 million guaranteed. 2 years, 12 with a 2 year, $12 million value contract.
Love
that's why Bill hasn't signed anyone. That was his offseason plan.
He thought okay.
And he's
so
just
by
pissed.
Berrios is technically Spanish.
You wanted Berrios, probably. I bet you.
So
yeah, we wanted him back apparently.
I don't think Belichick understood that he doesn't fit his mold completely because I think Berrios is actually Spanish. He doesn't fit Belichick's mold. Sorry.
Okay. Spanish people are white.
I think he's Cuban. I don't know. But we're gonna find out.
There's a difference between Spanish and Hispanic, Jared.
Okay, I messed that up. I get
If you say he's Spanish, his ancestry comes from Spain, and he's white.
With a last name like Barry.
He's from North Carolina. No, he's half Puerto Rican.
There you go.
That is not white.
Sister and has been dating Sofia Culpo, sister of former Miss Universe 2012 Olivia Culpo since 2020.
Who is currently dating
a sister of former Miss Universe. Good for him.
And also,
Good for him.
Olivia Culpo dates Christian McCaffrey.
Well then. So what you're saying is the Jets could possibly they're not going to trade for Christian McCaffrey. If that's the big trade I'm expecting from Joe Douglas in the next
Braxton,
couple days.
Dog. Listen, Braxton Berrios is giving me some of my greatest memories as a Hurricane fan. That dude is just clutch, and he's just pure explosiveness.
He's fast. He is so. Yeah. Did you ever watch that 105-yard kickoff return against?
Okay,
the
so Ryan,
yes,
you got to realize I got to watch him as a freshman at Miami through his senior year.
Fair.
That man is just so damn fast. And the thing is, like, you don't see it until he gets in the open field. Like, holy smokes, that kid is moving. He outran Jeff Thomas, who was supposedly the fastest recruit Miami ever had. And he just, besides Devin Hester, and blew past him like it was nothing. I was like, holy crap, this kid can move. But that's why when the Patriots cut him, I was like, really?
Really?
Kev, they cut him or they let him go, or they just they trade him?
Did they release him? I think they just released him.
Yeah, I think they released him.
I think he was a training camp cut, but yeah, no, the Jets got him. I was like, let's go. Get Brax in the game, man. He's explosive.
The Jets, they cleaned him off waivers on September 1st, 2019.
Yeah. The Patriots have stopped doing that thing where they have like a undersized white dude return punts and kicks and then eventually become like their number one receiver. They stopped doing that after Julian Edelman. Like Wes Welker, he came here as a punt and kick returner and then blew up into 100 receptions a season. Julian Edelman, same thing. Studied under Welker, returning kicks, punts, became the number one guy, and then they just decided that was enough of that. So
I think they missed on the last one because I think Berrios could have been the ultimate Belichick receiver because unlike Edelman and Welker, he has 4.3, 4.4 speed.
Yeah, he's gonna be the slot receiver next year because I don't think they're gonna re-sign Crowder. He's a free agent.
No, they're letting Crowder walk, but they're keeping. They have Davis and they have Mims.
Yeah, I think no, Mims is gonna be traded.
The Patriots also just let their other undersized white punt and kick returner walk, which I'm sad about.
Oh, Gunner?
I love Gunner.
That's your boy.
No. Yeah, I'm pissed.
Oh my god! No wonder
Come on, Joe Douglas.
No wonder Belichick's in your fucking crosshairs.
Put him on the dartboard twice.
Okay.
So I can appreciate Joe Douglas.
I would put it back on my leg, Kevin.
Hairstyle.
I would put it back on my leg, but the problem is that dartboard leaves a mark after about 5 minutes because it's heavy. This is a 10-pound piece of plywood, so the fact that I lift that with one arm is a nice little stretch on my arms, and my shoulders. But But yeah, no, it's
Ryan looks concerned.
yeah.
No,
Ryan, you
no,
okay?
I'm just looking up Joe Douglas's age. He's a year and he's a year and 1 month older than me. I was just trying to make sure because we have the same hairstyle, and we have the same facial hairstyle. People could say we look alike. So, I don't know.
Also, did anybody else think? Also, this is not you, Ryan. I'm not saying you look like him, but did anybody else notice he looks a little bit like Alex Jones?
No, I don't see it.
Yeah, I can see why. It's because he's a bigger white guy without hair. So like, I don't know. I think that's why.
If he starts talking about gay frogs, then I'll be concerned.
Then he sounds like Alex Jones. He doesn't look like him.
Read the freaking frogs gay. I mean, he's from Virginia, so he could. I don't know. Anywho.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and
All
and Joe Buck and Troy Aikman go to Monday Night Football.
You can't keep the couple apart, I guess, huh?
No, and I think and ESPN actually
Promote
has
Gus Johnson. This needs to happen.
Do it.
That's
Do
my
it.
guy.
Do it.
Maybe
Do
not.
you ever listen? Do you ever watch him cover the FA Cup a couple of years ago?
Oh my God, it's electricity. Gus Johnson is a great. Gus Johnson needs.
Cup.
He needs to get America's Game of the Week now. That needs to happen.
Oh, it'll happen. He's popular. He's that popular.
All right. I'm getting yelled at. My birthday dinner is waiting for me. So I think it's a perfect time to sign off, fellas. It is currently 8:02 or 8:01 and a half or whatever. 8:02. All right. We would like to join our late great guest, Mr. McCarthy, for coming on.
Did you say late great? He's not dead. He's right there.
I'm 44. I'm not dead yet.
Our late great guest. The fuck?
No, I'm saying he was late and he is great.
I had for reasons, because I had to get some proper St. Patrick's Day beverages. So sorry, gentlemen.
It's all good, man. We appreciate you coming by at all. It's better than Mookie, who said, "Oh yeah, I'll come back later." Lame.
Mookie.
Fucking Mookie. But listen, ladies and gents, we appreciate you stopping by for our corner booth, St. Patrick's Day Shenanigans, NFL Free Agency, and March Madness kickoff. We appreciate you stopping by. Frank Michael Smith stopping by for next Thursday's live stream. That should be a fun time. Of TikTok fame and a good friend of mine now, actually, somehow. I'm surprised he's sick of me by now. But also, me and Savannah and our special guest Yuri will be back Tuesday for our corner booth draft kickoff. We're going to start talking draft stuff as soon as next week. Now the free agency's kind of been like not wrapped up, but it's 80% of free agency's basically done. Let's be honest. But
the tampering period has passed.
Yeah, now it's official stuff. And now that Javonte Adams shit's happened, this shit just got crazy. But we hope y'all had a happy St. Patrick's Day. Crack a Guinness or whatever the hell you want to fucking drink tonight. A green Miller Lite, whatever gets you out of bed. We appreciate you stopping by. Listen, Ryan, don't knock until you try it. Listen, Miller Lite's a great beer.
Don't care. Still gross.
I might have to kick Ryan.
That's
for
what
this
my
game.
Cub Scout leader said to me. Don't knock until you try it.
It's almost as bad as Kevin's mom jokes. Kevin, you went an entire show without a mom joke.
I literally asked if I could put my mom on the dartboard.
But that doesn't count.
You did.
That's like asking about making a mom joke.
Fair.
So proud of you, Kevin.
Thanks.
All right.
I'm disappointed, Kevin.
Boys and girls, ladies and gents, however you celebrate, we hope you have a great, happy St. Patrick's Day. We appreciate you stopping by. See you Tuesday. Peace out.
And go, brah.